the reason I talk so much is because where Brian really says the exercise, because he's reading the exercise, I talk from a space of feeling of what I've learned through improv, things that I went through improv, the feelings I get through improv. My desire for improv, the love for what I know about it. That's why I talk so much, and hopefully that you guys can see that. And if you see that and you wave your head and you go like this, that's something fortunate that you're learning. So it's more or less a different style of teaching. I don't go for exercise, and then look for other exercises. This is only one exercise that really I like in this thing, is one word story, and tell the person who he is, where he is, and what you're doing. If you can get that down without making any mistakes, and then find a relationship between you. And you find that by who you are, which we found right here, who we were, right? And even though she made the mistake and said, when I say sis, and she denies me, we still work with that. We don't say, oh, and let it blow our minds. You worked with it, you gave to her. When you came with the joint, she came, she actually transcended the scene into a different place. So it had an ending, you know what I mean? It wasn't just fight, 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 fight. You see, if you fight and you're fighting, what do you call it? What you're working for is to get out of that fight. Do you understand? Just like in real life. You work to get out of the fight, but you stay with the fucking fight. You know, until you release what you're going through, and then there's an opposite. There's all kinds of amends, all kinds of stuff you can do with that kind of stuff. If you're embarrassed, it's the same thing as being angry. If you're happy, it's the same thing as being sad. There's always something else to work for, because it gets boring if fight, push. It becomes boring after a while. Oh, these fucking people are not going to stop, you know? But if you transcend it to another place, which we did, with the joint, the drink, and the what do you call it, and the ending, and what would have really been nice is, instead of getting out of the scene, but I didn't want to go any further, is turn on the radio and start dancing together. Then the lights come down and you see a complete, you know, finish. Give a middle and end. And it started in the middle. You always want to start. Don't always come out and start talking from a beginning, because it takes such a long time to get to something that's any interest. You understand? So you start with something by saying, hey, or hey, or who, whatever. Okay? And sex-wise, chocolate. Sex-wise, hey, you know, if you have any type of thing about, he's always talking about, that's something that you should work on, not I. It's not. If you have any quotes about, it's too much, then work it out. This is what I'm saying. This is a different workshop than what you work that out, and then we find out who you are. You know, you can't just say, he talks about sex too much. There's always sex in his class. That's all they do. That's your fucking problem. Then you work it out here. And you tell them that, this fucking guy, that coach, the soccer team, that's all he wants to do is feel up the little girls. He's sick, man. That's all he does is talk about sex. I'm getting my kid out of the class. Boom! That's the way you work it out. You don't go do a thing.